Good morning students, welcome to our today's session. So today we are going to take a new chapter from our supplementary reader. The chapter's name is On the Face of It, written by Susan Hill, an English writer. So in this chapter, it gives, the writer is trying to give a fantastic theme that appearances are deceptive. You can't judge a person's character, you can't judge a person's personality by looking at his appearance, how he looks, whether he has any deformities or anything. And another theme also is discussed that it is according to your view. It is your attitude that brings a positive and negative effect in your life. So it is a play. This play, on the face of it, the play has two parts, two scenes. In the first scene, the main two characters of the play is introduced. One is Derry or Derek, a small boy of 13 or 14 years. And the other character, the second character is Mr. Lamb. When the play begins, Derry is entering into Mr. Lamb's apple orchard, his garden. And he thinks that there is nobody else in that orchard. And he is walking through the grass. Suddenly, he hears someone talking behind him. And it happens to be Mr. Lamb. And he was stunned to hear that man's voice all of a sudden because he thought that there is no one. And Mr. Lamb also agrees that there is no one in the house because he is already there in the garden. And Derry explains him that he got into the garden because the gate was open. When he comes to know that Mr. Lamb had seen him, Derry wanted to leave. And Mr. Lamb tells that the gates are always open. Whenever you want to come, you can come. You need not be afraid of. Then Derry tells that he is not afraid of anyone, but people are afraid of him because he has only half the face. Half part of his face is burned, and people are afraid of his burned face. Then he is talking about his burned face, and Mr. Lamb is trying to change the topic. He talks about the crab apples that are fallen down, and he is telling that now the climate is a little bit cooler. I'll go inside and take the ladder and come, and I will pick these crab apples from there. Derry asked straight away to him that whether he wanted to change the topic. And he says that people always wanted to change the topic whenever he is talking about his face. Then Mr. Lamb asks him whether it is a fire, how he got that burned. Is it because of the fire or something he got burned? And he says that it is not fire, it is acid. Okay, so he lost half portion of his face because of this acid. It got burned of the acid. And their discussion goes on. And just our Mr. Lamb wanted to say, to give a good message to Derry. And he is telling that you can see, look at that portion of my garden. What can you see there? And Derry says that it is some weeds over there. And Mr. Lamb says, here I have fruits, flowers, everything in this part of my garden. And in the other part, I am growing weeds there. And he is putting forward this question, why people should say some plants is unwanted or weeds. They are also green growing plants. They are also life. So I couldn't understand what is the difference between these trees and plants which gives us fruits and flowers, and what is between those weeds. Why people are calling these plants weeds and throwing it away. So this is the discussion goes on between Derry and Mr. Lamb in their first meeting. Then he mentions about his tin leg. Mr. Lamb is also a person who has lost his one leg in an explosion, and he is having a tin leg. He is moving around with a tin leg. And he says, he talks to Derry that it is very relative. People may think different things about you. It is very relative. Some people may like you, some people won't. So it's different. And he is putting forward the example of the fable Beast, Beauty and the Beast. And Derry says that he had heard that fable earlier to people had said it to him many times, and but he doesn't believe in such things. All those things happens in stories. A beautiful girl will kiss a beast, but in real life, no one wanted to kiss him. Even his mother doesn't want to kiss him. Whenever she kisses him, it's not because of her love, it is something that compels her too. And whenever she kisses him, she kisses him on the good side, good part of his face, not the other part. So this is what he thinks, even his thought about even his mother. He even shares his experience of people giving him advice by telling that you look at that person, you look at this part of the world, these people are facing conditions worse than you. So he is telling that people wanted me to think like that, but I don't want to. So this is what Derry thinks of himself, and others thought about him. So you read the text up to here. We will discuss the rest of the story in our next section. Download the notes given and learn it. Watch the URL and attend today's review test. We can meet in our next session. Till then, bye-bye.